Hello everyone, welcome to the very first video of Introduction to Node.js, and in this series we are going to learn Node.js from the scratch. So let's begin. So first we will see what is a Node.js. It was created on 2009 and it's an event-based input-output operation for JavaScript, and mainly it's a server-side JavaScript and runs on Google V8 JavaScript engine. In the last slide, I have mentioned that Node.js runs on Google V8 Chrome engine. Let's see what does that mean. Basically, this Chrome V8 engine helps to compile a JavaScript and it gets executed on your Chrome browser. And this Node.js use this Chrome V8 engine as a platform to execute the operation that was written on Node.js. And this Chrome V8 engine was written in a C++, and the purpose of this Chrome engine is to convert your JavaScript code into a machine code. Why use Node.js? So the Node's goal is to provide an easy way to build scalable network programs. You can use this Node.js along with the JavaScript. So what are the operations that you can perform with JavaScript can also be done with a Node.js, and apart from that it has some other features that gets added to Node.js, and that's why it makes it so popular. And if you are a front-end developer, then with help of Node.js you can easily start building a backend stuff. What is unique about Node.js? JavaScript on a server side, thus making communication between the client and server will happen in the same language. Servers normally thread-based, but Node.js is an event-based. Node.js servers each request in an evented loop that can handle simultaneous requests. That's another advantage of Node.js. Why Node.js use event-based? Normally web server, while processing the request, will have to wait for the input-output operation and thus blocking the next request to be processed. In Node.js, it processes each request as an event, so it doesn't wait for the input or output operation to complete, and it can handle other requests at the same time. When the input output operation of first request is completed, it will call back the server to complete the request. So for example, let's assume a scenario where you are reading some data from a file, and then very next line you are making some API call. So in this case, this Node.js doesn't block until it reads the data from the file. So that will be handled in the different event, and since that is in a processing, it starts executing the very next line of code, that is getting an information from an API. So this input output operation doesn't get blocked and it started executing the very next line of code. So whenever you are making an asynchronous request, this Node.js doesn't block, and that's the advantage. But sometimes you may see this as a disadvantage, because let's assume that you want to read a data from a file and you want to put that data in the API call. So in this case, you see this Node.js as a disadvantage, but there is a workaround with the help of Promise that we are going to explore in the upcoming videos. So this is a basic comparison between Node.js versus Apache. So Node.js is a faster and it can handle tons of concurrent requests. So you can see the number of requests processed per second on a platform wise. If you see PHP, it can able to process around 3,18,000 something, and using a static Apache, it can handle 2 lakh, but if you take Node.js, it can able to track up to 5 lakh requests per second. And that's the reason all the big giants moving to Node.js. For example, LinkedIn was moved to Node.js from Rails. So they cut down the server from 30 to 3, and the performance is 20x faster, and front-end and back-end mobile teams could be combined. If you take an example of PayPal, they moved from Java to Node and they built almost twice as fast with fewer people and double the requests per second, and they're seeing 35% decrease in the average response time. So these are all some of the methods that supported by Node.js: get, post, put, and delete. So we will discuss this when we are working with Express framework. So mainly Node.js is for web application, WebSocket server, ad server, proxy server, streaming server, fast file upload client, any real-time data apps, and anything with high input-output operation. So that's the basic introduction about Node.js. In the next video, we will see how to install Node.js on your machine and how to write the very first line of code in the Node.js. So if you like this video, give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will get back to you. I will reply all the comments. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.